Apple Vision, right. I thought they were gonna be more gaming oriented, but I guess it is Apple after all. It was way more just like a different way to watch TV or something. I don't know. Marcus Brownlee has a review on it. I think someone posted some Linus video to my Reddit too. I looked at it. Let's see.
According to Apple, it can replace your TV, your monitors, and even your sound system. That is...
Assuming you live by yourself, right? Otherwise, what are the other people in the household gonna do? Are you gonna buy a headset for all of them?
Quite the claim. But hold on to your keyboards, haters, because they might not be that far off the mark. At least if you live alone. It also contains a ton of sensors to keep track of not only your eyes, you can supposedly select icons and objects just by looking at them, but your head, your hands, and your environment with precise tracking and real-time.
Hand tracking is pretty neat though. Like that feels like a very Apple thing to do. Like no control, it's just like the iPhone all over again. No stylus, just your hands. Films you jerking off, right, yeah. Only reason to use it, what is this?
Like on a plane.
Bro. Okay, dude. Who the fuck would use VR on a plane anyway, by the way? That just seems so bizarre. I feel like you'd get motion sick too if the plane moves weirdly.
Even more DOA than they were already. To do all of this, Apple needed both an onboard M2 processor that's running...
I guess if you're using, the AR mode, you probably don't get as motion sick. Like if you see your room with the display just floating there. That's probably a good thing, yeah. Because they want you to wear this thing a lot. And for me, I can only wear a VR headset for so long before it's like, I get exhausted. Both like my eyes, my brain, and also just physically. I get like, it hurts in my forehead and like, you know, where the straps attach. It's just not a very comfortable experience to do for a long time. And it looks like they want you to sit there all night, every day.
And it's doing all of this wirelessly with about 2 hours of battery life with support for hundreds of thousands of apps on day one. Insane.
Yeah, the battery's external. So hopefully some third-party batteries that are a lot beefier will show up. 2 hours bad. I feel like 3 hours would have been way better because a lot of movies these days are over 2 hours. So the fact that you can't watch one movie on one charge is pretty annoying. What about cleaning the house with this while watching videos? That seems like fun. I guess, but that seems really difficult too. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna have the screen float in front of you all the time? Or are you just gonna have it in a static spot? Because then, what's the difference between just leaving the TV on while you're cleaning? Subway Surfers!
They just kind of glossed over the usual iPad OS updates, like lock screen customizability, a new Notes app.
This show is also uninteresting.
PDFs, a new Health app, and last but not least, the ability to set multiple timers at once.
We truly live in an age of wonders.
That's right, Apple's finally giving the people what they want. It just took 3, 5, maybe 10 years. No big deal.
Wait, so Marcus Brownlee actually used it?
Okay. I've used...
They didn't, yeah, you're right. They didn't mention AI in this Apple presentation, did they?
The new Apple Vision Pro. I had about a 30-minute demo just using this new headset. It's a standalone computer with an M2 chip inside, its own Wi-Fi connection, a roughly 4K micro OLED display for each eye, a set of speakers right above each ear on the band, and then a dedicated new R1 chip, which is doing all of the real-time processing from all the sensors that make
I'm worried about the computer like performance when it's all built in. I feel like it should have just been a headset and you plug it into a standalone thing.
And basically all over the headset there are an absolute ton of sensors. You have 2 main forward-facing cameras, 2 downward-facing cameras.
I mean, no wonder they couldn't get bigger battery life.
More cameras for the sides, 2 infrared illuminators, a LiDAR scanner, a true depth camera. These are all to keep track of what's happening around the headset and also to track your hands in front of your face.
Imagine breaking this. True. There's a lot of little things that can go wrong in this thing, huh? There's a lot of pieces. I didn't even think about that.
On the back.
How much to fix like one of the cameras if they break, huh?
I'm not even kidding. This eye tracking is sick. So basically, the eye tracking in this headset, as it looks at your eyes and keeps track of where your eyes move around, is the closest thing that I've experienced to like magic. Like I normally don't call tech things sort of magical or surreal like this, but this was, even for a pre-release product, kind of unbelievable how well it does. Anytime you move your eyes around the UI, it would immediately highlight and select exactly what you're looking at.
That's
no matter
fucking
how small
neat.
the target was or what you're looking at.
This makes me excited to see what other developers might make for their VR headsets. I like this a lot. The eye tracking seems really neat. The no controller, Seems pretty neat for a lot of stuff. But I would prefer a headset probably that connects to a PC.
I can just kind of rest my hand like wherever and look at stuff and click. I don't even have to move my head. I can just look at something and just click my fingers. I kind of did it by accident a few times. Like I'd just sort of be sitting there and my fingertips would actually touch and I'd select whatever I was looking at.
Oh no, wait. XQC can't use this headset. This is what he does all the time on his stream. You guys have seen that?
So in order to see through to your actual environment without taking the headset off, like for picking up your controllers or walking around a room without hitting a wall, they have a pass-through mode. So it'll turn on a camera on the outside so you can see what's going on around.
But are you kidding me? Did they put a whole display on the other side to show your eyes just for looks? That's so dumb. They could have probably shaved off a couple of $100 off the price. They want people to use these in public. So you're supposed to look a bit more connected to the real world. Everyone's walking around playing like Pokemon Go like this. Fuck, that would be pretty crazy though, chat. Imagine you're both wearing one of these in the wild. You encountered another Pokemon trainer. Battle time. You throw your ball. Your fucking Master Charizard spawns. And then, 2-hour battery life is over.
But you can have people's windows floating in front of you as you talk to them on
added himself
FaceTime.
to the call.
But you might also be asking, wait a second, if I'm not holding my phone in front of me, what do other people on FaceTime see? Well, the answer is they'll see a 3D rendered model of
Take
you
it sleazy.
that was
Welcome
into
back.
the system from your iPhone that syncs up and matches the movements of your face with eye tracking and all the other sensors.
Get it off my screen!
So I got to try it. It works, and they can use the power and the draw of the Apple brand to get content creators and big motion picture studios and sports leagues and all kinds of creatives to work to make content that looks really good, specifically on Apple's headset and in Apple's
Fuck,
formats.
I do want to try this though.
say
But it seems so expensive to produce this kind of content compared to just on traditional media format. So you'd have to really get your money's worth back. But if no one's buying this fucking headset because it's 3.5K, are you really going to get your money back? It reminds me of like when they tried pushing for like consumer level like stereoscopic 3D content with 3D TVs and shit.
And then there was also this kind of weird feature where you can take 3D photos and videos with the cameras built into the headset itself, and I did not like this one. So there was a demo of like a recording from a headset camera of a kid blowing out some candles on a birthday cake, basically.
Are they selling this like the dad is fucking recorded this with a headset? So it's his daughter's birthday, everyone else is having fun, and this dad is just sitting there with his fucking headset on recording. And then afterwards now, when his family left him because he was weird, he's just sitting there alone, rewatching the video. Chad, is it bad that I actually really want this thing though? I feel like I like the direction this is trying to... I like that VR is still being developed. I feel like we're in this awkward phase right now where it's not quite there. So why jump on it? Or like with a headset like this, it's just not quite there. And then having to spend 3.5K for that. The hand tracking is neat. The eye tracking is really neat. I think that's super neat. And then also AR possibilities, which will probably help a lot with motion sickness too. So that's really neat. So I think there's a lot of good things here. But I mean, is it worth 3.5K? No, for the most people, definitely not. There's gonna be a bunch of enthusiasts buying it still. And I sort of hope that that's enough to make them keep developing VR tech.